Docker gives a great abstraction on the services that it's going to provide, where I can start n number of services. That may be sufficient enough to start in a single machine if I am going to handle a couple of applications. But if I am going to handle with n number of applications, I may have to increase the capacity of the machine or the host that is holding the Docker daemon and the other services. And vertical scaling always it doesn't work. So I need to go for horizontal scalability. That's where the master worker architecture comes into picture, and Docker introduced Docker Swarm. Docker Swarm works with master worker architecture, where I will be having a master, Swarm master, and I will be having a number of worker machines, where each worker machine will be holding a Docker daemon. And so each worker machine, it can have n number of containers and n number of services it can register. It can have n number of container, and within n number of containers, different services can get started. So this would provide horizontal scalability, where I can add n number of machines based on the requirement. I can keep on adding more and more machines. And Swarm, that would take care of managing the individual machines on what are all the containers that it is managing and how much more space it has. In case if any future container needs to get started, in which machine it can get started. So all those management it can do. For that, it has a couple of other components like scheduler, which will find out where the next container should get started and who is the right worker machine to do. And in case if I wanted to know any service, where it is running, what's its status, it has a discovery service. And I can have a separate repository of images. Docker images I can have, and accordingly I can deploy. So this is going to provide me a huge abstraction with the powerful horizontal scalability, where any services I can deploy it as a Docker image and get that up and running within no time. And this Docker containerization has become very popular, and Amazon provides a ready-made service called Docker Container Service. Amazon provides a service called Elastic Container Service, where I can start the Swarm like cluster. I can get that started. So I should be in a position to define what should be the size of the container and what are all the services that I want. I can start, and it's going to get me the cluster size, how many number of machines should be handling, and I can get that up and running, and I can increase or decrease the infrastructure as and when it is required. So in short, Swarm, that's going to provide me a master worker architecture against the n number of Docker hosts, and each worker machine can handle n number of containers, where I can get the horizontal scalability.